Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm quite nervous, so that means I'm not in my feminine, because when you're in your feminine, you're in rest. If you're nervous, you're not rested. So I'm sitting here, I'm trying to get into my feminine, which means I'm trying to calm down and sink into the feminine. I don't know why I'm nervous, maybe because it's been a little while. But anyways, we're gonna keep going. So, speaking about femininity, and this is kind of a topic going against the grain, going against what others might say about femininity. Here we go. Femininity in itself is a beautiful gift. It is a gift of God given to females. Females receive the gift, they embody the gift of femininity, and which makes them flourish into womanhood, and in turn makes them flourish into their queenship. Femininity makes things absolutely more joyful in your life, more colorful, more vibrant. That's what it brings into your life. A sense of life, a sense of excitement, a sense of joy, enjoyment, and that is meant for women. This is what we really want, because if you're a female and you're in your masculinity, it's boring. It's really dull and boring and lifeless, and that's how just I feel as a female being in the masculine. Even someone who's already known femininity and then finding myself kind of zoned out of the feminine, then there's this sense of dullness and void and just boring in life. But we need to always remember to come back into that feminine. I always remember come back into it, because really when you do have it, it makes things more exciting. It makes your everyday life that may seem repetitive, that may seem mundane, it actually makes it more and more exciting. It makes it more joyful. You know, doing the same things every day make it more joyful in your life when you are in the feminine. So this is a gift given to us, and we as females, as women, need this kind of vibrancy. It gives us life. There's a song, girls just want to have fun, right? It's the femininity that gives you the sense of fun. Even it's not about going out in town and, you know, lighting up the town or whatever they say. It's just about making the everyday things more fun. And you can have fun in everyday things. There's a clip of a movie, Marilyn Monroe, and the guy is saying, "Why do you find everything so fanciful and fabulous?" And Marilyn says, "Because it is." Because when you're in your feminine, and she is in her ultra feminine, so when you're in that feminine place, everything, even the mundane things, become fun, because girls are naturally inclined. They want to have fun, even while they're, you know, doing the dishes, even while they're cooking in the kitchen. They want to make an event out of it. They want it to be more fanciful, more enjoyable, and that's what the femininity is. It's a place of enjoyment, and that's given to us because that's what we females really desire. So if you're a female and you're in your masculinity, you're never going to be truly fulfilled and happy, because you're in the wrong place, because you have to couple who you are biologically with the feminine. It's like adding the same together. You're coupling the same together, and then you feel like you're in your rightful self. You feel like you're in your right place. I am talking too fast. And then I'm getting more nervous, and then coming out of rest. And that makes me draw back into the masculine. So I have to slow down. And that's why we talk slowly Femininity is our birthright. It is what we should have been taught from the very beginnings. And that is what our mother is for. Our mother is to teach girls to be feminine, and father is to teach boys to be masculine. I'm not talking about over masculinized, of course. And that is our birthright, and we're meant to be taught those things. That's what makes us fulfilled and happy in our life, to be in our rightful place of femininity. And femininity is really all about humility. If you take the innocence of what femininity is supposed to be, it's supposed to be a state of innocence. You take this state of innocence is true femininity. And a lot of what is going on in the world is the opposite of that. It's the dark feminine. Basically, it's using femininity and sexuality to be in control. But the being is in control is a masculine trait. It's masculinity. So women in their dark feminine, this flood of dark feminine, be the seductress. Use your sensuality, use your sexuality, and use your femininity against men to gain power, to gain control, to gain authority. Those are all supposed to be the traits of the masculine. So it's kind of twisted and messed up because it's the wrong intention. Because women want ultimately to be in control anyways. So now they've come across this femininity. They're not really genuinely feminine. They're acting the actions that are a product of being in your feminine place. So they're embodying those actions. So they're really just the actions, because masculine is all about the actions. So they're doing the actions of femininity while they're in their masculine place, just so they can gain control and manipulation over men, over in society, to have a power against other people. It's like feminine with masculine and then it ends up them being even more masculine, because it's all about control and it's all about power. But true femininity is not about power, it's not about control, it's actually the opposite. It's about letting go, and it's about humility. It's not about being in your masculine and trying to do the same actions as a feminine woman. That's faking it. It's about taking everything that is in your mind, that is the masculine, all your thoughts, all your feelings, all your thinkings, all your worryings, and then bringing it down. And when you bring it down into your seat, into your core, into your femininity place, then you calm down. You get into that restful place. You embody the softness. And that whole process is humbling yourself. It's bringing yourself down from the seat of the king's throne into your seat, the queen's throne, into that queenship throne. So you're bringing yourself down. You're humbling yourself. You're saying, I am not in control, a masculine trait. I am not the dominating one. I am not the one who makes all the ultimate decisions, because we're talking about if you're in a partnership, even if you're by yourself, if you're single, you still actually have to look up to someone else to help you make those decisions. Spirit, Great Spirit, God. You have to be directed in some way that somebody is above you, guiding you and leading you in your life. Femininity is not meant to be used as a tool to manipulate and have power over men or society. That's dark feminine. That's the using femininity with the wrong intention, with a bad intention. It's using a gift of God to have control over someone else and use it against someone else. It's not supposed to be used against someone else. It's supposed to be used in partnership and flowing together with your partner. Femininity is meant to be used only for your partner, for your husband. It's first and foremost, it's a gift for you. God gave you this gift of femininity, and it is what you love. Once you embody it, you'll love it. It's meant for you. As a female, it couples with your femaleness to be in the feminine. It is meant for you, first and foremost. It's meant to bring you well-being. It's meant to give you joy. It's meant to make life more colorful, more exciting, more, ooey gooey, gummy bear, colorful, and fun. It's meant for you first and foremost, okay? God gave it a gift for you that you should always have. You should always remember, because it makes life way better as a female. Then it is only meant to be directed towards your husband. It is not meant to be used as a tool in society against other men for seduction, for power, for making them do what you want them to do as part of the dark feminine. Dressing in a certain way to use your sexuality against them because they're weak to it. It is definitely not meant for that. It's meant for you first and foremost, and then for your husband, for you to have a great flow, communication, relationship with your partner, with your husband. That's what it's meant for. And you are meant to receive your blessing from your husband if you're married. If you're not married, you're meant to receive your blessing from God. He's the source of your blessing. But as a married person, the source of your blessing is to bless, your job is to bless your husband so that you can receive the blessing through him. Because remember, before, you're always lower, you're always in that humility state, you're always in the queenship throne, which is a very powerful and wonderful place to be. But even when you were single, there was God above you, and you were still in that humble place. Now, your husband is the masculine, and he's still there to make those decisions that are rightfully his to make in that space of masculinity. And now you're married, so now your husband is your blessing. And we receive that blessing from him instead of using your femininity and going into the world, multimedia or whatever it is, and trying to gain blessings, gifts from other men by using your femininity against them with your sexuality. Because true femininity is about innocence. They say that Marilyn Monroe was able to pull off such a great show of the ultra feminine that she really was in because she had innocence about her. Because back then, flaunting and being so over feminized and sexualized was frowned upon. The way she was able to pull it off was because of her innocence. That's what's said about her. So you as well, you can be in that ultra feminine because it makes you feel good. As a woman, it brings out your queenship. It brings out, but it's supposed to be directed only for your husband and for yourself. For the good, for the well-being of yourself. It's not meant to be getting a blessing from men, as it's just popularized in the world for women to use their femininity to gain gifts and gain power and gain respect. All those things, I promise you, comes naturally when you embody your femininity and keep it. It's a beautiful gift for you to keep and cherish and make your life wonderful for yourself and for your husband, to make that beautiful relationship that you can have between yourselves. Therefore, you can also be in this beautiful ultra feminine space, and you can allow yourself the freedom and the allowance to go into the ultra feminine without worrying about attracting other men or seducing or doing anything of that nature because of your innocence. As long as you stay innocent. And the way that you can stay innocent is by truthfully embodying the humility of the not fake feminine. Not, I'm in my masculine and I'm just acting feminine to gain power. That's dark femininity. If you are truly in your real feminine, if you truly just not, you're truly embodying your feminine seat, that is such a place of love and acceptance and joy and skip in your walk. That is that kind of place. And naturally, it's for your well-being, to make you feel good about yourself, to make you feel confident, to make you feel worthy, to make you feel wonderful things towards yourself. But it comes with the innocence. That's how you have to remember, the humility and the innocence is a coupling, because you cannot be truly innocent if you're just faking being feminine, if you're just a masculine that really wants to be feminine but doesn't know how to be feminine, so they put on this fake femininity farce and they're like, I'm just feminine. But it's all fake because they don't know how to really embody their femininity. And on these series that I've been doing, I've been teaching you how to really take everything and flow it down and bring it down into the feminine seat. That is the true place to embody your femininity. And every time you do that, you will feel such a humility that comes upon you. And with that comes innocence. I hope this message helped, and I hope this message was a blessing to you. Thank you so much for your comments. I love reading them. Have a wonderful day.